And welcome to the final part of our five-part Metroid 1 podcast.
That's all the parts it needs, believe me. And, well, it's the finale, so we're going to the last area, Torian! Where we just have to—
Yeah.
Oh god, what are these?!
Oh, God!
Oh god, it's a bunch of Samuses! Oh, wait a minute. By the way, if you want to get some refills on ammunition and health, kill these things! They'll drop 20 missiles or 30 or 50 health, something like that. Also, we have yellow doors, just like that one purple door, take 10 missiles to take down. Oh, great,
Yeah,
the
which,
energy
by the way-
Cheerios.
Which, by the way, that the little thing we went through to get into the area to begin with,
Yes.
that's a point of no return.
Yeah.
So make sure you have everything you need prior to getting in there.
Yeah, once you're a Torian, you can't get out. So, yeah, make sure you're ready. So, yeah, I did forget to show off the one E-Tank that we didn't get, but I think I'll show that off later. But, well, once you're in here, hopefully you're fully stocked up. And again, make sure you have the Ice Beam, because that's the only thing that can freeze these little gooey enemies. Which, yes, we know their name. They're Metroids. They're the enemies the series is based off of. Freeze them and shoot them with missiles. That's how you kill them.
Mm-hmm.
They are a pain in the ass. It's weird that's the only area you find them in, though. But then again, it is the source of all the frickin', well, the enemy of the planet. Also, you take base 30 damage here in this whole Torian area, except to these Metroid creatures. They do worse.
Yeah.
Man, it must have been fun playing this game for the first time back in the day, getting through here and seeing these frickin' creatures. Man, it must have been so fun to play a game and actually get here legitimately back in the day. And something I regret not being born early enough in the days of gaming. Like, getting to actually do this on my own without the internet and actually, like, accomplishing it. It must have felt so satisfying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think one of the only games I managed to beat without using the internet to 100% was frickin' Mario 64. Because everything else I needed a guide or something else in some form to get through. At least back in the day, I mean.
Yeah.
Oh god, it's on me! Get it off! Get it off! So yeah, these Metroids can get on you. The moment they do, they start sapping your HP away. It doesn't get added to them, but still.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, not both of them! No, 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 no! No, no, no! You fuck off! Yep. Use your Morph Ball bombs to shake them off. They can be pretty rough, but, well, that's what you gotta deal with. And here we go! Final boss time!
Yep.
But first, dealing with these walls, referred to as Zebetites, which, funny thing, the password system you get are basically your checkpoints. The passwords actually coincide with how many of these you destroyed, too. Destroying every single one of these can count towards your password, so, you know, if you can only destroy a couple before you die, don't worry. The ones you destroyed won't come back.
Interesting.
But yep, basically you're just in a giant room being assaulted by a bunch of frickin' lasers. That's pretty much all this last boss is. And you just use your missiles
And
to clear the
random
way.
rings.
Yeah. Yes. I forget what they're called. I just like to call them energy Cheerios.
I think it's Rinkas?
Yeah, it might be something like Rinkas. It's either Rinkas or like Ooh something. Right?
I guess future J edit here. Thank you.
Right, right, right. Wait, isn't this fun being assaulted from all sides?
I know, right?
I love getting killed by these things left and right. Yeah, you're right, it's a Rinka. Yeah, for some reason I thought they were called something else, another M, because they show up in that game too, because of course they would. Oh, and you have lava on the floor towards the end, and there she is!
Mm-hmm.
Why isn't there a father brain? You gotta use missiles.
I just find it funny though that in this game, she's just sitting in a tank and just everything around you is what's hurting you.
Yeah, again, not really any real good boss fights in this game. The other's just cannon fodder. This, you just have to dodge everything to the point where you can kill Mother Brain. You should probably freeze some Rika so you have time to not get hit, or else you'll fall in the lava and get the shit kicked out of you. Or you do this. Which isn't the most advanced strategy either. Just keep in mind, only missiles can hurt Mother Brain. So, it's funny. They even have a mentioning of how that works in the manga as well. Because apparently the way Mother Brain's protected from your Shozo suit, because it has all the powers of the Shozo and all the knowledge of it to her disposal. The missiles are primitive, therefore she has no defense for them.
Okay.
Damn it, I wasn't expecting you to attack me with technology that was hundreds of years old! What was I thinking? Yeah, the past is now, bitch! How does it feel, huh? How does it fucking feel? And there we go, we win. And of course, as is Metroid tradition, escape sequence!
Well, I mean, how can it be tradition if this is the first time it happened?
Yeah, but that's the one that started the tradition, I guess. Well, there you go. The tradition starts here. Whatever. You gotta go through some annoying...
Gotta go right now.
Yep. Just gotta get through some annoying platforming and you win. Which, honestly, this is actually pretty fucking easy.
Yeah, and of course, it's very tiny platforms, though, so I'd imagine for first-time players, this was a pain in the ass.
Very stressful. If you practice jumping, you should be good at this by this point, though. So, I don't really think it's that bad. But yep, so you hit that elevator, you win! You survived!
Yep. Great, you fulfilled your mission. It will revive peace in space. But it may be invaded by the other Metroid. Pray for true other Metroid. You don't mean nah.
Yeah.
Wait, what's that?
Oh my god!
Whoa! Samus was a girl? What a twist!
Yes, what a twist indeed.
Yeah, actually, this was a pretty big deal back in the day.
Yeah, this was like one of the first big twists in video games. Because they give you no context to Samus's character, and then you get a good enough ending, and it's like, oh damn!
I think in the manual too, they purposely use the male pronouns.
Yep.
Specifically so they can keep the twist intact. For this game.
Yeah. Didn't the original Smash Brothers do that too, or no?
Original Smash Brothers? I do not think so.
I don't know why. I thought I remembered one of them did, but either way, yeah. Samus is a girl. You get a good enough ending, you get to learn that. From either... Well, I think if you take too long, the worst ending you get is just Samus in her full suit, I think, crying, kind of. You suck.
Yeah, and I think the middle ending has her helmet off.
Yes, you at least get to see her face. And we got to see what's the second best ending. You get to see, basically, her whole Zero suit, quote-unquote. There's the very best ending, where I think if you get through it under an hour, it's basically the same as the last one, just tighter. Basically, she's wearing a bikini.
Yep.
But hey, the ending was worth it, I guess. You were able to go through fast enough. And that's the end of the original Metroid.
Okay, final thoughts.
I hate it. If you've played other Metroid games and then go back to this one, oh, yeah, you notice how much progress the series has made since this. Because the map is really confusing. The powers are, well, you do start in a very, very poor status. Oh, by the way, if you choose to start again, but you just go past the end screen, you get to play the whole game again as, well, Samus without her suit on.
Which, there is a code that you can do that from the beginning.
Yes, that's Justin Bailey, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure that was the one, because I know sometimes it can be a little conflicting. Oh, yeah.
Yes,
yep.
the Justin Bailey, which there's two different explanations to why that code makes it that way. One says that, one theory is that it was named after an actual person named Justin Bailey.
Yeah.
From like the staff or something like that. While I guess if we're gonna go by the literal sense explanation, where she is just in Bailey, as Bailey referring to the type of swimwear she had.
Right. God damn it. Hey, by the way, just showed up the last E-Tank.
Which I don't remember. Yeah, which was in the beginning.
Yep.
But I don't remember what else it gives you other than just you playing in the Zero suit.
I think it gives you basically all the powers minus the energy tanks and the missile tanks, like what you have here. You basically play through the whole game.
Okay.
You basically play through the whole game just missing your energy tanks and your missile upgrades. Everything else you have.
Okay. Okay, so basically easy mode.
Yeah, and you do passwords for that too, which we'll go over that in a bit too.
Yep.
But yep, you can do this to try to get your speedrun endings if you want. You can easily get your power-ups and all that goodness. Play with a few less missiles or whatever. Either way, you'll be fine. You don't have to recollect anything like the long beam or the screw attack. It makes me go through this game much faster. I like how her hair color changes when she goes to missiles. The fuck?
Samus is back and eat.
Oh, yeah. In multiple ways, indeed. But yeah, this game, it's definitely a hard recommendation if you're looking to get into Metroid, or if you know, have played Metroid games and want to play more. It's an extremely hard recommendation. Like, similar to Zelda 1. It's there for a history lesson if you really want it, but at least Zelda 1 I can somewhat recommend because, you know, it set a big standard for adventure games. But this, well, free exploration in a 2D world, but, well, if you want to play a game that has similar combat to this that's better, just play fucking Mega Man. Hell, even Zelda 2.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's a nice sci-fi themed series, and while this game was a good stepping stone, which I also forgot to mention that, well, maybe it's more apparent with the later games, but the Metroid series is kind of heavily inspired by, the Alien series.
That was actually something I was going to bring up in my thoughts, too.
Yeah.
But, I'll get into that a little bit.
Yeah, I guess you can go over that, but it becomes more apparent as the series goes on for that, but yeah. Just, if you want to play this game, or at least this story, you have the Game Boy Advance remake. So, just play that if you can find a way to play it. Whether it's through Wii U, good luck with that, a physical copy, or emulator, I guess, if you're going to be that desperate. It is good, though.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you can skip this one if you want, but if you really want to see where it started, well, you can give it a chance, but just know, it's going to be painful. There's not really much else I have to say about it. It's painful.
Yeah, I guess it's good for me to go now.
Go ahead.
Alright, so in terms of like the actual game itself, like my thoughts are pretty much the same as yours. And this is coming from a guy who still, to this day, even through watching the footage and doing the post-commentary, has yet to even pick up a single Metroid game and actually like play it.
It is one of the more obscure Nintendo franchises, as crazy as that sounds.
But yeah, and it's just it's definitely, it's very like it's the same. I think this is the same thing we're gonna say about pretty much every first game in the series, at least from like the NES and SNES era, especially. It's archaic as hell.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I died.
And I honestly, aside from maybe if you're really curious, it's hard to recommend.
Yeah.
But that being said, the Alien parallels, like MJ was lightly hinting at before, it is obvious that this is based, that in terms of Metroid being influenced by the Alien movie franchise, that was actually something that was as early as this first game because, well, Ridley, the big bad, that's the reoccurring villain, I guess, for the series that finally got into Smash Ultimate.
Yeah.
By the way,
About goddamn time.
he was actually named after the director of the first Alien movie, Ridley Scott.
Yes, that's right.
So as early as one of the characters for the first game,
Yep.
you know, it's right there.
Yep. By the way, here's Justice Bailey password.
Yep. And, you know, and I guess in terms of objectives, like, you know, there was an alien threat there, and someone's, and well, I guess in the first Alien movie it was a team, but I guess for context, Samus might as well be that team on her own.
Ripley, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh!
Which, to be fair, that's basically what Ripley was to begin with.
Yeah.
She had a team, but the rest of the team was just cannon fodder.
Yeah.
Realistically.
Poor old cannon fodder.
Yep. And so the whole thing with that.
Oh yeah, by the way, here's a password for you. Sorry to interrupt. Just if you want to play through the entire game at base form with Zero Suit Samus, there you go. Just put in those two twos in those spot, and you can play the whole game like normal, just without the suit. Something fun if you want. All right. Sorry, go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, that's fine. So with that, it's like, you know, the objective of destroying this one alien threat, which I guess in this case the xenomorph equivalent, that was just the one monster there.
Yeah.
Is Mother Brain in this case.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know,
they fleshed it out, of course, to include other bosses and all that.
Yeah. Now, for the second game, that's where the comparisons really start to ramp up.
Uh-huh. Yup. Basically going to their home planet to deal with them, right?
Yeah, going to the home planet to kind of eradicate whatever's left of it. Which was, yeah, like I said, for the second movie, which was aliens, yeah. And that was the plot for the Queen Alien, or Queen Metroid in that case.
Yes.
And then for Super Metroid, which is basically Metroid 3, I guess. Where it's like, you know, which is basically Alien 3. Or as cutely in the logos, like Alien Cubed.
Right.
Because of how tiny the 3 is and where it's placed.
Right.
Yeah, so that's what I've always called it when I was younger, when I saw that, because my brother had like the movie collection, back when it was just the 4, the quadrilogy collection, I think it was called. Wow. Like they had the little 3 off the center, so I was like, oh, it's Alien Cubed. And I just say that as a joke.
I mean, yeah, of course. Okay. Alien 3, yep.
Yep. Where you're basically going back to the home world, or back to your home world rather.
Right.
And, you know, the threat's coming back to you again.
Uh-huh.
Although no prison in Super Metroid, thank God.
Yeah. Although you do have, I was trying to think. The female does have a baby companion with them, apparently.
Yeah, well, like 2 things in there.
Yep.
For 15 specifically. And then for Fusion, which is basically Alien Resurrection for the plot of that. Right. I mean, very loose, mind you.
Yeah.
Where the beginning scene with Samus basically being infected by the main enemies of that game, and basically getting the fusion suit was as if it's basically like they brought, like in Resurrection, where they brought Ripley back to life.
Right.
Cloning. So, like I said, that's the loosest reference to that.
Oh god, that means the rest of the Metroid games have to be prequels.
I don't know actually.
We're
Well, for the Prime series, at least for the ones we can confirm are definitely out.
Oh yeah.
And that are not spin-offs. There's no Alien reference as far as I'm aware.
Oh well, yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, that
Because
was a different developer.
Prometheus was not a thing yet. So that was 2009.
I was just saying, like, the future Metroid games in the main canon would have to be the prequels.
So then, I guess where would other end draw references from, if they've had any?
If there is not a movie between the third and fourth, then, well, good luck with that. I guess that rule goes more for the main Nintendo development team, because the Primes were done all by Retro Studios minus Hunters, and Other M was done primarily by Team Ninja, who, well, yeah, did the modern Ninja Gaiden games.
Right.
I guess at least in the first 4 games, it definitely falls in line with that, but everything else, because they're done outside of Nintendo, well, actually, Prime Hunters was technically done by Nintendo, but the American branch. But even still. Also, I was experimenting with some passwords you couldn't tell. The password I just entered, the weird string of numbers and letters, allows you to go through the game, which, apparently in the NES version of this game, allows you to get the bikini ending right away. But as you'll see in all their digital re-release versions, that is not the case. Another password I entered was NARPAS sword, SWRD, and then a bunch of zeros.
Okay.
You can basically consider that the debug mode password for the game. You basically have invincibility, all of your abilities, and a weirdly modified ice beam. That's not stronger than your normal ice beam. But, yeah, it's a good way to, like, test around the game. Your health also wraps around the 30s digits, so basically you can't die. So yeah, it's a good way to experiment with the game if you want. And, yeah. And yeah, the password I entered, like I just said, it's supposed to be a really fast way to go through the game. All the missile doors are blasted down, all the Zebetites are down, all that's left is Mother Brain.
Okay.
So yeah, just go through the game just to, you know, if you enter this password in the NES version, you get the bikini ending. You'll see a different ending this time, though. Yeah, we can see the ending all over again!
Oh, that's right, because I think they took the bikini ending out completely in future releases.
I think it is there, it's just... I think it's just... You can... There's no password for it. Or the password that used to work for it doesn't work for it. I think it's still there, you just have to complete the game in under an hour, which... Good lord. This game's so hard to handle, I can't personally beat it in an hour myself. Fuck that. I'm not confident enough to go through without everything. Because this game's just rough time. Well, I started this area with 30 energy, and look how much I've gathered. The good thing is, you can farm off the Metroids for energy and missiles back pretty easily.
Yep.
Thank God. Which reminds me, I don't know if we're going to do Metroid 2. If we were, I'd probably just end up doing the remake, because... I don't feel like doing the original Metroid 2. It's kind of hard to get around that, too. And I don't know where everything is in that one.
Right.
But hey! At least we had some fun. See, look, all the Zebetites are gone.
Yay.
That just leaves the bitch inside her capsule as soon as we get over to her. Ow! I remembered entering this password, they said, this will give you the best ending! And then I see the ending, I was like, oh, I see what they call the best ending! It's not humiliating! It's not even the ending I got, just so you know. It's like the, I guess the second worst ending, technically? It's just weird that a lot of the early Metroid games had a lot of endings for speed runs. They're mostly just images.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although well, the Prime games didn't do that. I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
it was only the, I think it was only the quote-unquote classic games.
the 2D
So that's
ones,
like,
1 through
yeah,
4, and Zero Mission. The remake to 2 did as well, but I don't think they had a bikini ending. Or anything like that, anything revealing.
is it weird that all the 2D games, like, that, your quote-unquote endings just, it's like, okay, well, how much of the armor is Samus gonna take off?
Yes.
That sounds like... that sounds like that's something that would be in a porn game.
Fan service! I mean, they did the twist reveal in the first game. And then, well, the other games is just like, well, if you know her character by now, or if you don't, well, we're gonna show some skin.
Mm-hmm.
Which, well, they toned down a lot of it with Metroid Fusion, because they had to reintroduce the Zero suit, so they actually gave her like an outfit, similar to the alternate costumes you see in Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
That's where a lot of those come from, in case you didn't know.
Right.
Including the 2 scantily clad ones. Those are from Fusion in particular.
Okay.
So it's her helmet to be taken off. Prosthetic my ass! But then you would be able to have enough clarification to think that Samus is a girl, but not definite proof. All it is a face. But, yep, that's the game in a nutshell. It's... big confusion. Well, let's say this is the best password of all.
Yep. The fact that we were able to get away with this in North America to begin with.
Yeah, well, don't forget, gaming was definitely just a fad. Not a lot of people were looking into it like that, but this and I think Metal Gear got away with something like this.
And this was before the ESRB rating.
Oh yeah, that only came around because of Night Trap and Mortal Kombat, so that wasn't until the early 90s.
Engage Ridley, motherfucker!
Yep, I believe in the NES version, you actually do this, you get to fight Ridley in a certain state. But
yes.
In most digital releases, oh god! The game crashed, huh. Neat? Well, now you can see how I played the game? Yeah, most other versions it crashes. So, yeah. You can slightly modify the password to make it still work, but particularly that one crashes the game. So weird.
Well, gee, it's almost like Nintendo is trying to be a family-friendly company.
Yes.
We can't have a password like that go by.
How dare you use the F word? But if that's the end of this project, which I did forget, I was talking about something before, it's like, if we're able to meet up together again, there was a new game that got announced that we may play together again in the future, if it comes out soon.
Oh, yes.
Finally, a good spiritual successor to that game has finally come. About goddamn time. So yeah, we have some ideas for games we'll play when we're able to meet up together again, but, well, until then, well, we still have some other games in the post-commentary pipeline. When or whether we're going to get to those, who knows? Also the option of meeting up in person to record commentary for them, but eh.
Yeah, given the state of the world right now, probably not best to risk it.
I would say if we had nothing we wanted to record, if we met up in person, we could just do that. Just have a podcast while we watch it together.
That is true.
It would be more stable than what we have to do now, but it's just an option.
That is true.
But yep. So, don't play this game. Another case of me showing a game you shouldn't play, but it's there for history's sake if you want to see it.
Mm-hmm.
So, what game's going to come up next? Who the hell knows? You'll find out when we do.
See you guys next time.
Yep, see you then. In the future!